Hello everyone, my name is Yalin. The topic of my presentation today is gamification and user retention. My presentation today includes 4 sections. Firstly, I will talk about the key concepts from 3 required readings. Then I will move on to show you the case study of 90s cloud music. At the end, I will have you to engage with some discussion questions. Firstly, in reading gamification, what it is and how to fight it. The authors define gamification as the application of game systems into non-game domains, such as combining rewards and competition into work and fitness. To further explain gamification, authors divide gamification into 2 forms, that is, gamification from above and gamification from below. The authors argue gamification from above is applying systems of regulation, surveillance, and standardization of everyday life through forms of interaction and feedback drawn from games. This form of gamification describes how powerful groups of people take advantage to make rules of gamification and impose these rules on workers and users. Gamification from below is defined as representing a true gamification of everyday life through the subversion, corruption, and mockery-making of activities considered serious. It is in contrast to gamification from above, as users and workers have more advantage to make rules and decisions. These 2 concepts lead us to what authors called autonomism and situationism. They reflect the conflictual nature between workers and capitalism. All the concepts within this reading reveals a contrasting relationship between rule makers and users. And I think this contrast exists because rule makers are always trying to force users to do what they want with gamification designs, while users have their own way of fighting against it. Next, to move on to the second reading, we need to understand the conceptual work of gamification and badgification, which the article defined as enhancing services with game elements and gameful experience in value creation. They also mentioned badgification to look specifically at how the design of badges as part of gamification helped user retention. Theoretically, the article argues that badges and gamifications are helpful on providing clear goals, signal reputation, and status, as well as a format. While the results of field experiment on usage activity failed to admit a significant increase on usage frequency with badgification. However, the experiment indicates that users who positively engage with badgification are more actively using the service. The third reading for this week identifies benefits and risks of gamification within journalism industry. The positive side of gamification within journalism is that it encourages audience engagement, especially young audiences, while the negative side of gamification is that it might distract audience from news as well as threaten core values of journalism. This article defines gamification with no much difference with previous articles, but it also viewed gamification as a business and marketing strategy. Key concepts addressed in the article affirmed the positive effects of gamification within journalism, as it believes gamification does not change the institutional boundaries of journalism and enhances the function of journalism to help make a difference in individuals' lives. After analyzing key concepts of weekly readings, now I would like to introduce the case study of 90s cloud music. '90s cloud music is a mobile application launched at 2013 in Chinese digital market. The application has multiple main functions, including music listening, music list sharing, music recommendations, and live music streaming. According to 90s cloud music report, it has 180 million monthly active users, makes it the most successful music platform in China. The application is developed by Chinese media giant 90s Cloud, invested by Alibaba and in partnership with TikTok. It also wins the award of China's best 10 mobile application 90s cloud music is open to download from iOS and Android systems. It is suitable for mobile, desktop, and iPad aids. One of the most outstanding features of the application is to networking with music. The function of listening together will randomly match two users to listen to a list of music together after listening together for 5 minutes. They unlock the function to chat and talk with each other. Users can also send a link of music to their friends instead of getting random matching. Next, I would like to talk about how 90s cloud music is related to weekly topics and readings. In this regard, it is an application made its success and reputation of gamified design. First of all, I will talk about the gamified ID design. Within 90s cloud music, beyond icons and names, 90s cloud music allows users to select their preferred game-liking virtual image. Users can have fun with changing hairstyles, clothes, and buttons. After creating the animated image, users automatically grant a digital passport with details of name, image, identity number, which is the date of the user starts using 90s cloud music, and their residence, which depends on what style of music they listen. For example, if a user listens to K-pop music, their residence will write, living at K-pop music street. The identity design is full of game elements, from its animated image to a virtual residence address. And the 90s cloud music identity soon becomes the most discussed topic at multiple social media platforms. Relating back to weekly readings, 90s music clouds have successfully combined game-like elements into a non-game domain. It encourages users to use the application and listen to different styles of music, and therefore increase user usage. 90s cloud music has also used this gamified identity as a business and marketing strategy to raise attention from young people who uses social media platforms and enjoys the game-like virtual identity. Beside of gamified identity, 90s cloud music also employs leaderboard as part of gamification. When users create a room with virtual seats, they are able to invite friends and have strangers to sit and sing in turn. The leaderboards of live music streaming rooms are divided into 3 sections: leaderboard by hours, leaderboard by days, and the leaderboard by weeks. This encourages competitions between users to be placed in the higher position in the leaderboard and have more influences with their position. To evaluate the gamification design, it can be argued that it is gamification from above for the reason that 90s cloud music have the right to make decisions and force it. Users are only provided with limited options on their visual image selections. The gamification in the application is impacted by the business and the marketing strategy that focuses on younger generations. In the image selections, more than 13 images are provided with cute and young visualization, while less is for elder people. The bias reduces the inclusivity of 90s cloud music. Last, I would like to ask 2 questions. To what extent do you think music platforms should apply gamification? And what is your thoughts on business and marketing strategy-based gamification? I look forward to your response. Thank you.